What up? What up? What up?
What up?
Back with another one, baby.
Back with another one. Hey, Happy New Year. First
Happy
off,
New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year
Year,
to everybody
everybody.
out there. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and that's it, man. Back, I guess it's back, right? Back to the grind on Monday.
Yeah, back to the grind. Day one. Well, now we're day two of the new year.
Yeah.
Man, listen, there's a lot that has happened since the last time that we were on.
Yep.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it down. If y'all have any comments or y'all just want to talk, hit us up in the comments and let us know what y'all want us to talk about. If you got some smoke, bring it. Aside from that, let's kick it off, big dog. Let's kick it. I want to kick it off with something that shocking to me. I want to kick it off with something that I didn't expect, nor do I think a lot of football fans that follow the college world, because that's a whole different type of football fan, college fan and professional football fan, right? Um, Brother, I don't know if you know this, big dog, but the Miami Hurricanes just had the biggest upset of the college football playoff, and they knocked off the number one team
Yeah.
in the nation. Ohio, well, number two. It depends on
Hey,
how you look at it, right? 'Cause Indiana
were
was number one. There's all
listen.
this,
They were the
whatever.
prohibited favorite coming into the playoffs.
They were the defending national champs. We'll say that.
That too.
Defending national champs, and
Yes, sir.
the Miami Hurricanes and your boy Mike Irvin was putting belt to ass and belt to trash can.
He was putting something else. I mean, there was.
Listen,
Hey.
Mike Irvin stays on that booger sugar, bro. I tell you what,
man, he's I don't know, man. I saw like a meme that said Michael Irvin's plug might just retire after this Miami run. he's gonna retire because he's gonna be good. Michael Irvin's gonna fucking bankroll him.
Yeah, for real. But hey, I wanted to start this show off with something good. And I just kind of want to get your take on it and how do you feel about it? And the big question is,
oh man, you're doing it to me. I mean, look, first and foremost, I wanted to hop on here because I wanted to. I know this is Dolphins and Cowboys and mostly predominantly NFL, but I wanted to hop on here because of what happened on Thursday night. Was it Thursday night or Wednesday?
Yeah,
night?
Thursday night. Yeah.
Or no, Wednesday night. I think it was Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Yeah, New Year's Eve.
And bro, listen. First of all, I was coming in saying that I feel like it was a successful season because coming into the season, nobody, winning a playoff game / ACC, we needed to do that, and Mario did it. So we went into Kyle Field, a hostile ass environment. And we beat Texas A&M, dog, and we beat them down. I know the score doesn't look like a beat down, but if you watch that game, we physically beat them down. So I was coming into this game, and I was, we were obviously talking back and forth about it, and I was like, look, if the Canes lose, I'm cool with it. We're supposed to lose this game. Just don't get blown out. But if you lose a tough one, I'm cool with it. Like it's straight.
Right.
Like I feel like it was a successful season. Let's go on to 2026.
Right.
But brother, they won, dog. And not only did they win, they smacked them up. Like, right? Like you can agree that they smacked them up physically.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, like I was getting early 2000 vibes, bro. Like watching this team because this team looked like it was a physical domination, and that's what the U is. That's what the U does. Yeah. That's how I grew up watching the U. Right. It was just like it gave me goosebumps, bro. So, but to answer the question that came back, you know my premise on this. Yeah. We're not back until number 6 is in Coral Gables. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stand on that. Now, are we getting back there? Yeah, 100%. But we're not officially back yet. We got to win number 6. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm gonna stick with it. And
you need the hardware.
For you to say the U is back, like the U, you got to win national championships because you got to win a national championship because to me, the U is about winning national championships. That's how I grew up watching the U. That's the standard. So if you want to officially be back, you gotta go get number 6, and you gotta bring it back to Coral Gables.
Gotcha.
Coral Gables is a suburb in Miami where the University of Miami is at. So that's how I feel. But listen, I think we got a hell of a chance of getting to the Natty. I said if we beat Ohio State, watch out, and that's how I feel, brother. That's how I feel, man. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. I'm really excited because for those who don't know, I have just as much passion for the Dolphins as I do the Miami Hurricanes. My cousin knows this.
Yeah, right.
And I'm just excited, man. It's very exciting. Like it's finally like Mario Cristobal. And listen, let's give Mario Cristobal some credit here, right?
Yeah, I agree.
2 signature wins back to back. And this was it was a hell of a win, bro. I mean, Carson Beck, he had the timely rushes. Keontae Scott with that pick 6. Whew, that was beautiful. I mean, you ever seen that little clip that it's the guy's in court and he's like, oh, how many times have you seen more? You know what video I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That was me. Like somebody sent me like how many times have you watched Keon Scott's pick 6? 50 more, 100 more, 200 more. Bro, I've watched that clip so many times, man. It was that was a badass play. It was just and let's in the front, bro. Ruben Bain and Mesidor. That's what Miami does. We dominate the line of scrimmage. That's what we have done when we have been successful. And it looks like we're getting back to that. Our offensive line is the best in the nation. And our D line might be the best in the nation, and that's a recipe for winning a national championship.
Right,
plain and simple. Plain and simple. Like, there's not like it's not a fluke why we just stomped up A&M and Ohio State. Yeah. We're physical. We are being the bullies. We're being like the 80s and 90s and the early 2000 Hurricanes. That's what you're watching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pumped. Can't wait for Thursday. But yeah, I mean. Obviously, I know you got to put you got your 2 cents on it because you're looking from an outsider. I want to hear from an outsider of what whoa, this team is dominant, like what physical what.
So here's my take on that one. First and foremost, I'll start it off by saying you got to give Cristobal his flowers because I mean just as I'm also very wary of Mario Cristobal. And I've always said, and I think you agree with this, he can get you there, but he can't get it done.
Yeah, no, I've been giving him flack all year, for the last 3 years. But to what you just said, let's give him his flowers.
Because that was kind of my concern with Mario Cristobal, is because like I said, history has just shown that the dude will get you there, but he can't get it done. He's had in-game controversy, mismanagement, clock mismanagement. It's all whatever. During the game. But at the end of the day, the dude did his job, right? The dude did what he needed to do.
100%.
I told you that for the A&M game, I told you that it's a bigger event. And this is crazy to say because for those of y'all who don't know, Kyle Field holds 110,000 people. And it's 110,000, it's a cult. A&M is a cult, 110,000 strong is what it is. And I say that respectfully because they're really passionate about their team down there in College Station. But I told you this. I said you guys kind of have an advantage because it's a day game. Kyle Field at night is a whole different monster. So that's
I remember you saying that.
Advantage, but it helps you guys out that y'all playing during the game. Now I will say that my thoughts on A&M may be different from yours. A&M wasn't that team this year. They weren't. They're not.
They as you could see, like watching that game, you saw a lot of flaws that they had. I mean, that quarterback, he's a runner. He's not a quarterback whatsoever. They got one weapon, I think, like one deadly weapon, Concepcion. And other than that, I mean, their defense is good. 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I saw their flaws.
Right.
Watching that game, 100%.
And I've been knowing their flaws, so that's why I was like, listen, it could happen, but at that point in time, I still wasn't giving Mario, his flowers. That defense that y'all had, was kind of the X factor for me.
Yeah.
And then going into this Ohio State game, right? Now, me myself, I told y'all, I said it's going to be a dog. Yeah, it's going to
had Ohio State by 10 though.
I had Ohio State by 10. Just because of just sheer experience. They've been there, right?
Yeah, 100%.
But I still myself, I don't. It all comes down to coaching for me. Ryan Day's not. I don't like Ryan Day, bro. Ryan Day is what I call a nepo baby of coaching, because he was inherited. He inherited an amazing cast of football players, and also too. And my bad to cut you off, but remember, like the I think the last 3 games he started calling plays, and it was their worst 3 games. Yeah. So he started calling plays because their play caller is going to
Brian Hartline, right? Brian Hartline.
Yeah, he's going to be the head coach for Florida Southern, I believe.
Yeah. So by the way, shout out to Brian Hartline. He was a former Dolphin. I remember he was a good Dolphin.
So he's getting a head coaching job there. So I don't know why Ryan Day was up in arms and was like, "Nah, I'm going to do it." Well, hey, this is what happens, right? So, anyways, what amazed me was that that defense, bro. Like, these past 2 games A&M and Ohio State have been the most that I've seen the Miami Hurricanes.
Right.
And I was able to really sit down and actually look at it from an X's and O's, and holy shit, that fucking defensive front is nuts.
Serious.
I knew of Bain because I've been tracking him. Because I want him to be the next Dallas Cowboy. I had no idea who Messidor was. I didn't. Right? I had no idea. I became familiar with them 2 extremely fast, and I was like, "This is a defense that wins championships." Right?
Yeah.
My issue with your team, one, was your head coach, which, by the way, against Ohio State, he coached the best that he's ever coached.
Ever.
2, I know Carson Beck. I know what he's capable of, and I know when he'll crumble. Because he's proven it time and time again.
I know that you said that in the past about Carson Beck, and sometimes he could be yellow, as people say. But I'm sorry, bro. I think it's an asset for us of having a quarterback with all that experience, bro. I mean, but that's just me though. That's just me.
That's your bias speaking.
No. But hold on. No. Wait a minute.
It is.
I don't care. Listen, hold on. I don't care about Carson Beck. Carson Beck has been a Hurricane for 1 year. I don't really one way or the other. I truly believe in these high leverage situations, and I think you would agree too. No, like in these high leverage situations, having an experienced quarterback is an asset, bro.
No, because experience means nothing without production.
But he has played well enough these last 2 games, bro.
He's played well enough. Okay, hold on. This is where I'm getting to, because we're going to get into the next game now. He has played good under these past 2 games. What I saw with what Ole Miss did to Georgia, to me, was more of a shocker than what you guys did to Ohio State.
I think, and we can get into it a little bit. The Ole Miss Georgia game, I truly believe, and I could be wrong because I've been wrong a million times in my life, and I'm gonna be wrong a million times more. But I think Georgia overlooked Ole Miss. I think they said they don't have the coach. We're gonna come in here. It's human nature to overlook some shit like that. It's very. Right. That's why a coach gets paid as much as he does, because to keep your boys locked in, it's not easy, bro. It is not easy. I truly believe they are nowhere near a playoff team, but I gotta give them all money. They put a beat down on Florida International. Yo, they played. Let me ask you. They played FIU. Is that FIU, Florida International University? FIU is down here, by the way, Miami.
Yeah, they played. UTSA played FIU. Yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, FIU, their stadium, I think it's called like Pitbull Stadium. I swear I'm not lying. I swear I'm not lying.
Yeah, Pitbull donated money there or some shit.
Yeah, or some shit. They call it like Pitbull Stadium. But no, absolutely. Yeah. Shout out to UT SA, man. 100%.
Yeah.
You know, this is the season. But anyway, so I truly believe Ole Miss, Georgia overlooked them. Now, you might think it was different because that game, they were up by 9 in the third quarter. I truly believe they overlooked Ole Miss.
But
not to say that Ole Miss didn't deserve it. Not to say that. That's not what I'm saying, guys.
But here's the thing, too. And I don't think you're. I don't, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you're saying this, but if you are, you're wrong. Okay. If you're saying that Georgia lost because Georgia overlooked Ole Miss, you're wrong. That's not why they lost.
I'm not saying Georgia lost solely on that, but I think that with the fact that they overlooked them, and once you're in a dogfight, you're in a dogfight. Like, that's it. You can't. You know what I mean? I don't think that was the sole reason why they lost, but I think it had something to do with it. Yeah,
so it had something to do with it, and I think this is the reason why I told you Ole Miss is playing with a chip on their shoulder, because everybody had that mindset with Ole Miss when Lane Kiffin left to LSU, right?
Yeah,
they got no head coach, right? I mean, they do have a head coach. They hired him. He's going to be the head coach for the remainder, but you know what I'm talking about,
right.
But Ole Miss only had one loss on their record, and that was to Georgia during the season.
Okay.
And that game was a dogfight.
I remember that game.
I think that game was like 47-53.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Yeah. Yep. And that game was a dogfight. So they got their redemption, right? But what I saw a team that out physical Georgia, which rarely happens.
It don't happen. Yeah, it don't happen.
But I saw it in the trenches. Dog, their quarterback, who's a great quarterback, by the way.
Yeah, he is.
Great quarterback, was sacked like 6 times.
Georgia's quarterback.
Georgia's quarterback. He could not get that ball off, right?
Yeah.
He couldn't get the ball
consistently
off.
under pressure. Under pressure.
Yeah, and this is a quarterback that is really good at being able to extend plays too. Had nowhere to go, right? He was getting covered sacked on top of just the normal sacks. And for those of y'all who are watching, you don't know the difference. There's a pressure sack and there's a
coverage sack. Big difference, guys. Big difference.
Cover. I'll break it down real quick. Pressure sack is when there's just a break in the line and
that's it.
The defender makes his way to the quarterback. A coverage sack is when he has time.
By 5 seconds, like 5-6 seconds, can't find nobody.
He can't find nobody because they're covered downfield. He's got nowhere to throw to. And by that time, now the defender is able to make his way to the quarterback, and you're sacked.
Correct.
There was both.
Both of them.
There was both.
No, I saw that.
And I saw.
Yep. No, go ahead.
Their quarterback, Doug. I don't know if you know his story, but their quarterback played D2 last year.
I didn't know that.
Came to Ole Miss this year.
With the Ole Miss quarterback you're talking about. The Ole Miss quarterback. Yes. I heard that in the game, in the broadcast. They were bringing that up.
And what oh my God, what he was doing.
He's a problem.
No, he's a problem.
He's a problem. I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous about Homeland.
I would be nervous too, but I think it's going to be a hell of a game. And I think it's going to come down to the trench play.
Oh, yeah. No, and
you guys have the upper hand on the defensive line, right?
And the O-line.
Okay.
And the O-line. We do. Like, we got.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. But this is where I want to push back a little bit, because your O-line hasn't seen a D-line like this. Not from what I've seen. Because that was going to be regardless on who won. That was going to be your the one flaw. I don't want to say flaw because your O-line's doesn't have a flaw. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is, like, Georgia was going to be y'all's hardest defensive line comp that y'all would have played. What fucking Ole Miss did, bro, they got a dude on their D line that is 6'8", 400 pounds at nose tackle.
Fuck.
Like, and that dude was getting through people. Right? It's going to be y'all's hardest D line. This is what playoff football is.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the best matchup in the next round, I think.
Yeah, no, 100%. It definitely will, because I think Indiana's going to take care of business against Oregon
Yeah,
pretty handily.
yeah, they're
But
very familiar with Oregon too. So
right, exactly. I want to push back on you on the whole D line thing, bro. I think Ohio State has probably talent wise has a better D line than Ole Miss.
but you said talent wise though.
Okay, no, I get you. I mean, I get one
Ole
thing
Miss,
is
Ole Miss is playing like a team. They may not be
correct,
the most talented team out there.
correct.
But these kids are playing with their back against the wall because everybody counted them out. That's the chip that I'm saying that they're playing with. There's a big difference. Talent
No,
doesn't always give you wins.
yeah, no. You're right. Listen, bro, much credit to Ole Miss. My bad, I was fixing my damn chain. But no. Listen, listen. A lot of credit to Ole Miss, and that's gonna be like. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think we're gonna go in there and just have our way. Absolutely not.
It's going to be
100%.
a great game, dog. A great game.
Listen, it's gonna be a great game. But I will say this one thing though: out of all the defenses that we're gonna face, Ole Miss is probably the weakest one. Can you agree? Out of Texas A&M,
what level? What level?
Ohio State, Texas A&M, Ohio State, up until now, the weakest defense of that trio is Ole Miss.
I would say if you're looking at it from the beginning of the college football playoff, yeah.
I'm just looking at it
Right now, no. Right now, no, they're not.
Really? So you think Ole Miss has a better defense than Texas A&M or old Ohio State?
Playing right now, yes. Yeah, I do.
They still gave up 30 to Georgia, dog. And Georgia's not explosive on offense. Georgia's not explosive on offense. Is Georgia's explosive on offense? Is Georgia explosive? No.
You're what you're doing is you're nitpicking certain things.
Well, that's what we have to do. We're breaking down the game. But we're breaking down Ole Miss versus Miami right now. So the advantages.
So what explosive do you have for your offense?
Our offense is not explosive. Our offense is not explosive. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that Georgia's offense is not explosive at all. Ole Miss has an explosive offense, but
Ole Miss does have an explosive. Yes,
but I don't think that they have seen a D line like ours. They have not. Our D line is better than Georgia.
No, 100%.
Okay, so I think that there's some advantages and there's also some disadvantages that we are not going to have because no lie, Georgia likes to play bully ball and we like to play bully ball. Now that matches up well against us. I'm starting to think that I would probably rather see Georgia because we play the same, and I just think we're better than Georgia in those aspects. You see what I'm saying? Like trench play,
not on offense, not on the offense. Y'all don't bully anybody on offense.
We don't bully anybody on the O-line in our run game. Mark Fletcher? No, come on, Paul. No. That okay, we don't have an explosive offense, but we do bully people at the point of attack on our offensive line. 110%. Winner of Ole Miss Miami takes chance. I don't know about that. That I don't know about.
I think that it's a great chance that they do, but Indiana has
listen. I just want to get through this game.
Yeah,
I just want to get the look. If we beat Ole Miss, then we could talk about that. But I don't think it's not a situation where like these two teams are the best teams and the winner's just gonna smut. Like it's not like a TCU versus Georgia type thing. It's not gonna be that. No.
Right.
But getting back to what I was saying real quick.
Yeah, getting back to your offense.
Ole Miss, what Ole Miss scares me is that they on offense, they are explosive and they get a little cute sometimes. And we kind of struggle with that philosophy more than a bully type team because this year if you want to play bully ball with us, you're not gonna win. We're gonna out bully you because on the trenches we're bigger and better than you.
Ole Miss gives me a point and agree to what you're saying. Like if you want to, it's like boxing. If you're gonna go square, if you're gonna just throw them with somebody who likes to throw them, you're gonna get knocked out.
Correct, exactly. In Miami, if you want to play bully ball, well, guess what? We're gonna out bully you. But Ole Miss on offense, they don't play bully ball, and that scares me. So there's things about Ole Miss that I'm scared about. I mean, not scared. Let me not say scared, but I'm concerned about. And right, and there's some things that I'm like, okay, I feel like advantage us. Like again, I
You
don't
guys have
think
the,
that
you guys have the defense advantage 100%. 100%
Yes, we do.
But
And
you guys
I
have
just don't.
I'll break it down. I'll say it like this. You guys have the defensive line advantage. Your secondary is still suspect.
I don't know, brother. I don't recall JJ going off like going crazy.
Because of your defensive line, dog. Don't
Okay. Listen.
the defense. When you have a hell of a defensive line like you do, that helps out suspect.
Of course it does. But let's not act. We don't got studs back there now. Keontae Scott and Fitzgerald and Federic, OJ Federic. We got some boys. You know, and real quick, just another. I want to give Mario Cristobal another little feather in his cap. Remember Miami's defense last year? Oh my God, that was bad.
Garbage.
This is like now we're at it's a complete 180. Complete 180.
It's a complete 180 because it's the anchor of your team. If your defense has a bad day, this team ain't gonna win.
You know, and I think you're underestimating our offense a little bit. Again, I think what you're doing, and not that what you're doing, but I think you're dismissing Texas A&M's defense and Ohio State's defense. I think you're doing that. I think you're doing that.
I'm not. I'm dismissing it because I know what it is for what it is. I know they're all. Bro, listen. Everybody can hype them up. I know those teams and what they truly are. They're not. Ohio State was the number one team in the nation because they were the defending national champs. They played nobody their entire season. And when they got to the Big Ten championship team, when it's time to play somebody that could match them, they got beat up by Indiana.
But they still held Indiana to only 13 points now.
They lost the game.
No, okay, that's fine.
Then they play Miami and lose.
Like handily.
handily. So again, this is and A&M. A&M are frauds. A&M are this is A&M. This is the best season that A&M has had, and they scored 3 points in their first fucking playoff game.
Listen, I am agreeing with you. I believe Texas A&M were hyped up to be what they're not, and Ohio State the same thing. The only thing that I'm saying is that the reason why you take the premise of like, oh, it's all about defense and no offense. I think our offense is better than what you're advertising or what you're trying to advertise. I think our offense is.
I'm not sitting here saying your offense is trash. When it comes to your offense, you know my number one gripe, and I've said it. I started off the show with it.
Carson Beck. Okay,
Carson Beck. I've seen the dude, bro. I've seen him.
But if you give Carson Beck time,
yes, that is okay.
Right? Well, we got the best O-line. We have the best O-line. We got the best O-line in the nation. So I think we should be okay. You see what I'm saying? Now, if we didn't have a good O-line, you get what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying as well. Carson Beck, yes.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. You're the best O-line in the nation. Are they capable of getting got?
I mean, any given Saturday, right? Or Sunday, or whatever you want to call it, of course. Anybody can get got. Anybody can get got.
That's a generic answer. I'm asking you. Can your
if Miami does what they if Miami does what they need to do, and they're being coached up to the game, and they play their A game, no, they cannot get got. How about that? If
Again, they play another generic answer.
No, how the fuck? Damn.
Because you can say that about anybody. If they play
I can't. No.
If they play 100%, then yes. No, dog. I'm asking you. There's two instances where your offensive line got, isn't there?
When? Oh, against Louisville? That was it. That was the only one.
And Louisville's defensive line is outstanding.
No. Anybody can get got, but if we bring our A game, I think that our talent is better than any O-line in the nation. There's teams that can bring their A game and it's still not good enough because they don't have the talent. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But we have the talent. So if we bring our A game, ain't nobody fucking with our O-line. Now, can you get got because you're not locked in enough? Yeah, you can. But there's teams that can bring their A game and still not and it can still be, or get got, but we can't because we are the best in the nation, and it's statistically proven as well. Like, you know what I mean? We have the best whole line. And
I think, like I said, I think it's going to be the best matchup of the college football playoff this next out of this next round.
Now,
I think it's going to be the not just the best matchup, but the most physical game as well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm really looking forward to it. I hate the fact it's on Thursday because I got to fucking wake up. Yeah, man.
I don't know why they do that, man. This shit.
Well, because if they put it on, they don't want to put it on Saturday because they have to compete with the NFL playoffs. That's why.
Yeah. Well, the NFL wouldn't have players if it wasn't for college football.
No, I know, but I'm just telling you why.
Well, yeah. It's a Thursday, Friday, right?
Thursday. Yeah, it's on Thursday. And I know my ass gonna be, pounding the back. So I know Friday morning is gonna be rough for me. I don't care. I don't care. Like, this doesn't happen often.
No, dog. Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'd be the same way.
But another little quick caveat before we kind of like turn the page on this. I don't know if you heard, but a lot of the Ole Miss coaches might not coach on Thursday. Have you been hearing about this?
It's so what it is. It's so a lot of the Ole Miss coaches are going to LSU with Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin wasn't allowed to coach. However, some of the coaches were allowed to stay and coach with Ole Miss, right? Essentially, it's like what the new head coach said was like it's kind of up to them what they want to do. But I mean, I don't foresee them just up and leaving. Like, I don't foresee it happening.
No, I mean, again, I'm not familiar with the situation. I just kind of saw that. I haven't looked much into it. I'm like, damn, bro, you just about to prepare for the semifinals, and you got coaches about to just dip on you, and not even like
this is why this whole Lane Kiffin shit is wild.
It is,
but
I truly believe Ole Miss. If I'm Ole Miss has never won a national championship, right? If I'm not mistaken, they never won a national championship. If I'm Ole Miss, I'm like, you know what, Lane Kiffin, I hate the fact that you left, but fuck that. Stay and coach because I want a chance to win a national championship. But they might not even need him though.
They didn't want to give him the opportunity to poach.
I know, but you
at the same time too. Here's another thing for Lane Kiffin. It only benefits him if Ole Miss keeps winning. Because well, here's the thing. LSU has told him every game that Ole Miss wins, because of the fact that you came here early and you voided your one chance at going to the national championship game. Every game that LSU wins, we're going to pay you a bonus of $500,000. He just made $500,000 off this game when they beat Georgia.
Yeah, I saw that.
So Ole Miss, so Lane Kiffin ain't going to be like, hey, listen, y'all got to come. Y'all got to come to LSU, to these coaches, right? He's going to tell them like, nah, listen, y'all do what y'all got to do.
Yeah.
Y'all seats are waiting here. I'll hold down the fort till y'all get here. Go win me my money.
Yeah. Okay. So, it's just a very bizarre situation, but
it's crazy, dog. It's crazy.
It's very crazy. But man, shout out to again Ole Miss, bro. Like you said, they got a chip on their shoulder. They're pissed off.
I can't wait to see this game, bro. Like I really can't. I can't wait to see this game.
It's and what is it? The Fiesta Bowl. For those who don't know, Fiesta Bowl for Miami Hurricanes is a house of horrors. In 2002, the refs robbed us, and in the 80s, we got robbed also in the national championship as well. Oh, no.
Was it the Fiesta Bowl or was it the Tostitos Bowl? That one of my favorite running backs of all time.
Same shit.
Willis McGahee had that
fucked up his knee. Yeah.
Was it the Fiesta Bowl or was it the Tostitos Bowl?
It was the Fiesta Bowl. It was the Fiesta Bowl in 2002 against Ohio State, the national championship game. That year, because back then they would rotate the Rose Bowl, Fiesta Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and Orange Bowl for national championships. And that year happened to be the Fiesta Bowl, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl. And exactly, like the rest fucked us. So and then in the 80s, the Fiesta Bowl, we lost a heartbreaker too in the national championship. This was obviously before my time with Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
So the Fiesta Bowl has been a house of horrors, but this season has been slaying the demons, right? Let's
Yeah,
let's go
100%.
fucking slay. Let's go slay another one, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go slay another one. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
I am too, Doug. It's gonna be a good one.
I can't wait, bro. It's gonna be in Arizona again, another controlled weather environment, so that's not gonna be a factor.
Yeah,
And let's see what's up, man. I think we're gonna put you got Ole Miss, right? You got Ole Miss.
yeah. I got Ole Miss. I got Ole Miss, but not by a lot, Doug.
Not by
I don't.
much. Yeah, I got Miami because
Their
I think
kicker too. Their kicker's fucking. Their kicker.
yeah, bro. Fuck, the fucking kicker's like y'all kicker, bro. Fucking Terminator and
Bro,
shit.
he was
The
kicking from
Cowboys
like
kicker.
60, he was kicking from like
Yeah,
60.
dude. Hell yeah. I was like, yo, what the fuck? But ultimately I think our trench play is gonna prevail. And
Okay.
I like us to win, bro. I really I was not picking Miami against Ohio State. I wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm picking them now. I think
Yeah.
that we're gonna pull this one off. I think we're gonna win like 20, like 24-20, some shit like
Yeah.
that. I don't think Ole Miss is gonna score. I don't think Ole Miss is gonna be able to score 30 points on us. I don't.
Here's my thing is I think this offense is under the radar sneaky. Ole Miss is under the radar sneaky. They're very explosive. And I think they'll be able to scheme up a few here and there, which is the only reason why I say that they win. Outside of the fact of what I just mentioned, their kicker, all they got to do is get to the fucking 50.
Get to the or 45 or whatever.
Right. I think y'all's defense is going to give them a hell of a run, dog. I think their defense is gonna. This is just how I feel. I feel like their defense is gonna rattle Carson Beck. I do. I really do.
Okay.
He's gonna start throwing picks.
The one thing that I think Ole Miss has to do when it comes to getting pressure, you can't just bring 4. You're gonna have to get creative.
But that's what they were doing against Georgia.
Right. Correct. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to put stunts.
It wasn't straight up. They were doing stunts. But this is what surprised me, and I was like, dog, like this is like so well coached. Was that their stunts weren't to get to the quarterback? Their stunts were to get into the throwing lane.
The throwing lanes. Wow. Yeah, that's
and they would stunt, dog, and you would see this fucking D end or D tackle running, getting to the throwing lane, and just picking his hands up.
Yeah.
And by that time, the ball was batted down. Like I'm telling you,
I actually did see a lot of bad. Now that you say that, there was a lot of bad balls down. A lot.
Yeah, they weren't just stunting to get to the quarterback; they were stunting to get into the throwing lane, and that in itself tells me like that's a well coached team for not having a coach.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they just can't bring 4 and expect they can't, which they're not.
I agree 100% with that.
Yeah, which they're not. They're gonna bring exotic looks, like you said. Yeah. They're gonna be stunning in passing lanes and all types of shit. So that's what's gonna happen again. Because and Ole Miss cannot win straight up bully ball with us. That's why they gotta get cute with it. That's why they gotta get cute with it. But that's okay. Hey, however you gotta win, you gotta win. So Ole Miss is gonna bring their cute game. We're gonna bring our bully game. And
it's gonna be a hell of a game, dog.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
I wish this shit was right now, bro.
I know. I'm excited for this one, 100%.
But either way,
I think Indiana handles Oregon.
Yeah, that should.
I'm not really. That one should be a Thursday game, not Friday. Honestly, they should switch that shit.
They should switch that bitch up. But like I said, man, I'm just to put a bow on it, because I know we're running out a little bit of time. I know we got to go in a little bit, or I gotta go. But I honestly think UM pulls it off, and I'm really proud of my squad, bro. I think that we have overcome. We weren't even supposed to get into the tournament, bro. They weren't even gonna put our ass in the tournament, and now everybody's looking stupid. All Notre Dame fans that was talking shit, are we validated now? Yeah, I think we are, right? Okay, all right. And by the way, Bama probably shouldn't have got in over Notre Dame. So that one I'll give you that one.
Bama always
y'all probably should have 100%. Y'all probably should have got in over Bama.
Over Bama.
So
yeah, that's a conversation for another day.
another day. But it is what it is when it comes to that. But luckily we got in and we're proving that we belong. And I'm super pumped, man. I'm super happy. I'm really proud of this team. I'm proud of Mario Cristobal. The player Ruben Bain is becoming a leader. And it just reminded I'm getting 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004 vibes, man. This team is showing me like I'm getting those vibes. Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing to see. We're not back 100% yet. You know my stance. Number 6 has to be captured, and it needs to be brought back to Coral Gables to officially say we're back.
To officially say,
hey, we 8 quarters away, baby. We 8 quarters away, baby. So let's go, man. Let's go.
Let's see what happens, Doc. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for it.
100%. 100%. Let's go, you, baby. Throw them up, baby. Throw them up. You know I stay talking my shit. You know I stay talking my shit.
I mean, you can. That's the thing. You can.
I know. But yeah, man. So hey, real quick, let's dive into this Troy Aikman shit with the Dolphins.
Yeah, Miami. Yeah, that's right.
The Dolphins. Well, you want to go first, or you want me to elaborate on it?
I mean, for those of y'all who don't know, Troy Aikman has just been hired on, has been brought on.
He's been hired as a consultant.
As a consultant to find
a GM.
Yeah. To help the Dolphins find a new GM.
Yeah, right? It's not a permanent role, it's temporary. Yeah.
Right. So for me, the questions I have is why? What does Troy Aikman have to do with, one, the organization, 2, finding a GM? That shit's weird to me. And like, why Troy Aikman?
I honestly, I think excuse me. I like it though, because it shows me that Stephen Ross is willing to go outside of his comfortable pocket and get somebody else's opinion and voice. And right. Troy Aikman, mind you, Troy Aikman is a broadcaster, right, on Monday Night Football. He talks to all these GMs and all these players. He interviews them. I think he has a real good feel of who can be a good GM or not. I truly do. So the why part of it, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Stephen Ross and Troy Aikman have a friendship prior to. I don't think they do. But yeah. I just think that Stephen Ross probably identified, look, I'm a fucking idiot. And you know, I guess he identified Troy Aikman as somebody that he wants around him to help him. And I'm not mad at that. I'm really not. I think it's a new voice. Because Stephen Ross, his problem is that he always surrounds himself with the same people around him. Right. In the Dolphin organization. I want them to clean house completely. And getting this, I feel like this is first of all, it leads me to believe our interim GM is not going to be there, which is good. Because I thought Stephen Ross was just going to be the lazy way. I thought he was just going to do the lazy way out and say, oh, Champ Kelly, go ahead, fuck it. You're our interim. I'm going to hire you. Well, the fact that he's doing this move leads me to believe they're gonna go get a GM, like they're gonna hire a new one. So I like it, but at the same time, I don't. You already know my stance on the Dolphins, bro. I am not gonna get excited for anything. I like the move. I support the move. I think it's good for reasons I just expressed. But okay, I'm still not gung ho about it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get excited about it.
It's weird. It's weird to think about it. By the same time, like you said, it shows progress. It shows that willingness, I should say. It shows that your owner is at least willing, at the very least willing, to hear an outside voice as to what the fuck am I doing wrong? What do you know? Who do you know that could potentially come in and help? At the end of the day, is it a publicity stunt? Will he listen to Aikman, or will he just continue to be, who he is?
That's the thing. That is the $2 billion question, or whatever the fuck that motherfucker's worth, $7 billion, whatever he's worth. Yeah. That is the question. And time will tell. Time will see. I mean, I'm still hearing reports that Mike McDaniel is still safe. Sometimes I'm hearing other reports. I mean, I don't know. Bottom line is that it is still a shit show, 100% for the Miami Dolphins. And let's see what this outcome is. But all in all, I do like it. I think
Yeah.
it's at first it was puzzling, and even you were like right now, you were kind of like asking questions about it. But I think that it's a breath of fresh air. It's a new voice.
It is.
And I like it. I like it. I think that it's something that could be
You know,
positive.
if we're willing to dive a little bit deeper into it, which I mean, we don't have much time to do that, but it makes me feel that he wants to find this GM now because he wants, you know, clearly the draft is coming up. And with the new GM, dog, I don't know. Listen, a new GM, they want to bring in their own head coach.
Yeah.
So
again,
McDaniel going to be with the team next year? That's, you know, we've had that conversation before.
That is listen, that is the question. And even if Stephen Ross listens to Bill Belichick, yeah, and he's still gonna be available. Hey, and his ass still gonna be available.
Hey, go get Belichick, dog.
yeah. Let's go get Belichick so his girlfriend can fucking run the sideline.
Right? Hey, she'll be the new GM.
She'll be the new GM. She'll be the GM. What a clown show that guy is. Anyways, that was a good one. Yeah, look, even if Stephen Ross hires, he hires Troy Aikman, again, like you said, is he going to listen to him? And even if he does listen to him and they hire the GM, is he going to force feed the new GM, Mike McDaniel? Again, these are all questions that we don't know. And these are all questions that we're not going to know because nobody knows what the fuck that crazy old man Stephen Ross is going to do. Him with his big ass ears. Ain't nobody going to know what his ass is going to do. That man has some of the biggest ears I've ever seen in my life. I don't know. I just had to bring that up. But again, nobody knows what that fool's going to do. We shall see, I guess. But all in all, the Troy Aikman move, I am for it. I support it. I think it's a step in the right direction. How about that?
Right. At the very least, it's a step in the right direction.
Step in the right direction.
Which is
good.
What
I'm saying? So
yeah.
So yeah, man. But hey, any fronts on the Cowboys? Bro, guys, I'm sorry that I'm rushing. I have to be somewhere in an hour. I do apologize about that. So if I'm rushing my cousin, if I sound like I'm rushing, I do apologize. But we do got to wrap it up pretty soon. So any fronts on the Cowboys? Trayvon Diggs got released, right? So
Trayvon Diggs got released, and he got released on waivers and picked up by the Packers.
Yes, I saw that.
Which the writing was on the wall. I knew that shit was going to happen. I mean, listen, when Micah Parsons got traded, Trayvon Diggs checked out. That was Trayvon. Like them two were like, peas in the pod.
Boys. Yeah.
And when that shit happened, Trayvon Diggs checked out, and then there was the fake injury. Apparently, he had a concussion because the TV fell on his head at his house that he was trying to install.
We still don't know.
We still don't know what's going on there. But at the end of the day, in my opinion, Trayvon Diggs should be thanking Jerry Jones because Jerry Jones could have just kept him on the team and cut him post June 1. But he released him. He allowed him to go to another. I mean, call it what it is. To find employment somewhere else, and he did. And he went with his butt buddy Micah Parsons. And Micah Parsons is. Dog, Mike, I'm done with that dude, bro. Like I finally see what you've been talking about. When it comes to, he's so mature. He's a baby. He whines too fucking much. He's on X talking about how Jerry Jones slandered his name, so why can't he be able to, say some shit? And I'm just like, dog,
too much, brother.
Yeah, he talks way too much, bro. And
I've been telling you that shit for years.
Yeah, you have been, and I see it now. I see it now, and I'm just like, I'm glad that motherfucker is out of the locker room because he was never going to be a leader. And like I said, his butt buddy Diggs, who by the way, the Diggs brothers are a fucking basket case.
Stephon Diggs is
dog, you want nowhere to be. You don't want to be anywhere around those people. You don't want them to be in your locker room, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, dog, and also too is like the straw that broke the camel's back was the game, in Washington, at Christmas Day. So apparently what happened Christmas Day, I'll make it brief. After the game, Trayvon Diggs talked to Shotty and was like, "Yo, listen, I got family in the area. Can I stay back? Can I stay back with them and not head on the plane ride back home?" What's it called? Shotty, and he said this too. He has a policy where if it's a emergency, 100%. If not, then it's kind of like a PTO. You gotta come let me know ahead of time that this is what you want to do, and if we can do it and we can plan for it, then sure, why not, bro? He told him after the game, and you already know when you're away, dog, y'all got like an hour to get back on the fucking plane.
Right.
So he told him, no, you can't stay. You got to ride back on the plane with us, and then when we get to touchdown in Dallas, then you can head back on your own accord. Trayvon Diggs stayed, bro. He said, "Fuck it," and he stayed, and he didn't ride on the plane right back home. So
That's why his ass got cut. That's why his ass got cut.
What do you think is going to happen, dog? On top of the fact that he hasn't been producing, he's been a fucking basket case. He's creating his own concussion. Just get out of here, dog. And
he's creating his own concussions.
He's creating his own concussions, and it's just I'm glad he's gone.
Green Bay is becoming the hand-me-down Cowboys. It's crazy.
It is. It is.
And real quick, the whole Micah Parsons thing, and I'm glad you brought this up. And kudos to you to admit some, or finally realize something. But I remember for years you were defending him, and you're like, "Nah, this is how he is. He doesn't like people clapping back. He's serious." I'm like, "No, he talks too much, bro."
Yeah,
I'm like, he talks too much.
For me, it was. I felt that he could do that because he was producing on the field.
And to be real, you had some bias in it because at the time Michael Parsons was your best player, and I totally understand that. I totally get that, But from an outsider looking in, that's why you always try to get the perspective from like an outsider, right? Yeah. And this dude was on podcasts talking shit, and it's like, what was his podcast name? Micah or the mic or some shit. And I said, shut the mic.
I think it was called Out of Bounds or some shit. Or
I thought it was something with like a mic in it, like Micah
turn on the mic. It didn't have his name on it. No, it didn't have his name in it. No.
Yeah, so and I was like, "Yo, shut the mic off or something." I used to say that because he just would talk too much, and he would just get in, and then he would take everything so like personal and so like it's like, you're a sensitive ass.
He's
bitch.
Sensitive, dog. He really is sensitive. It is what it is. Like I tweeted back at him, by the way, which he's not gonna read it, but I tweeted back at him because he was like, he was like, Jerry Jones slandered my name to the Dallas media and to Cowboy fans. He goes, I feel like I have something to say, or I should be able to say some shit, right? So I tweeted back the picture of him laying down on the fucking medical table during a game, and I said, "This you?" Because that's how I feel about it. Like you can't talk shit, and then that was you, dog. You're fucking eating nachos at a game because you were holding out. After you were the one that initiated the contract negotiations with Jerry Jones, and Jerry Jones agreed to the contract that you initiated, and then you said, "Nah, you probably should talk to dog." Like he did everything the way that business shouldn't be done, and he's bitching and complaining about it. It is what it is, dog. Dallas Cowboys fans out there, Jerry Jones was right about this one. We won the trade.
Ooh, shit. Okay, damn. You heard it first, people. Y'all done.
Bro, listen, Green Bay is in the same position they were last year.
Yeah, I mean, well, he did tear his ACL, so that obviously is a big.
But I'm saying now, improve. Even with him on the team, they didn't improve.
Yeah, no, and now the fact that he did tear his ACL, it's like, wow, man, like you might have kind of just fleeced him. You kind of might have just fleeced him. So. Listen, we'll see. But listen, Michael Parsons, I've always held this, and it had nothing to do with me not because it's not that I did not like him. I just was always, and you would always tell me that, "Oh, you just don't like him. You just don't like him." It's like it's not. I don't like him. It's just like the dude. He's like, dog. You're acting like a bitch. Like, stop. Like, shut up.
That's how I feel about it now.
Every little thing. So,
but Trayvon Diggs is the same way, dog.
Listen, he's a clown. That guy's a fucking clown.
Yeah,
100%. He's a clown. So, and look, bro, and real quick, we'll end it at that. But the fact that that Shotty is identifying these players and he's kind of weeding them out is a great thing, brother. It's a great thing. You know,
and a little bit deeper than that is the fact that Jerry Jones is letting him
do that.
That's the big thing right there.
That and we're gonna see if Jerry Jones is gonna allow Shotty to keep doing what he's doing. And listen, it's gonna be a very interesting offseason for both of us, for both of our squads, to say the least. It's gonna be fire, you know, in a bad way or good way. But you know, we're definitely gonna see, man. And yeah, look, last game of the year, right? You know, I think we lose against the Patriots. I think you guys play the Redskins or the Giants? Giants. Okay, you guys will probably win that one. So you'll end up what, 8-9 or 9-8?
8-8, 8-1.
That's right, 8-1. And you know, I think we lose against the Patriots.
If we're just being real, I don't want to. I'd rather just fucking just sit everybody out and lose because right now we're slated to pick 14 and 20 in the draft.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm trying to get Ruben Bain Jr.
Ruben Bain. Yeah. Yeah. No, Ruben Bain. I mean, that would be a.
By the way, they asked him after the game. They asked him how did he like the stadium. He said he's that earlier on in the day he tried to become real familiar with the stadium because he wants to play there. I was like, okay, dog.
Hey,
like, listen from your mouth to Jerry Jones' ears.
I would not mind seeing Ruben Bain in a Dallas Cowboy jersey. I would, you know, because obviously for obvious reasons, the channel that we're doing, and it ain't an AFC team. So I would love to see him with a star, and I think he would fucking be great. And unlike Micah, he don't talk a lot.
Yeah.
He don't talk a lot. He even said that I'm gonna send you that video that in the locker room, it gave me goosebumps. It was halftime, and he's like, yo, listen up, guys. He's like, look, I don't talk much. I know that, but I just want to say this real quick. We got 30 minutes left. Come on, these boys don't want it. Like against Ohio State. Yeah. Bro, I was getting goosebumps hearing that. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. Because you could tell Ruben Bain is kind of like he leads by example. He's a quiet dude, but when he talks, so you know he'll be the opposite of Micah. You know what I mean? So let's see, man. We got the draft coming up. Obviously, we got the playoffs coming up. I still want to hop on here, you know, when the playoffs are going on. We want to hop on Saturday because we talk about the UM game, win or lose. You know, I'll still hop on. You know, so we'll try to shoot for that. But yeah, brother. Like I said, if you ain't got nothing more,
that's all I got for y'all.
Yep, that's all I got too. And like I said, baby, we 8 quarters away from capturing number 6. And don't let me get that 6 because I'm gonna be insufferable. Everybody knows I'm gonna be insufferable. Come on, you know us.
Listen, it'll be warranted. So it is what it is. I'm just glad that we're not seeing Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia as a national championship. Out of all that bullshit, it's gonna come down to Ole Miss, Miami, or Indiana. I feel like. Let's see. Yes. You know, we'll leave it at that. We'll hop back on here on Saturday. Y'all like, subscribe, share it. Let us know what y'all want to talk about. But aside from that, it's a piece from me. And we'll catch y'all down the road.
Yep. Yes, sir.